Hey friend, welcome. I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and sell them for a profit. Today I have 8 items, but only 4 packages that are going out. I'm kind of amazed. Today is Friday. I believe it's August 9th, and my gross sales amount was $164.57. I'm gonna show you everything that's sold, but first I wanna talk about Primelister because I think that I made these sales because of Primelister. I wanna say that this is not a sponsored post. After I did my Vendu review, Primelister actually reached out to me and asked me to do a sponsored post, and they've actually asked me multiple times over the summer. And I kept going back and forth about it, and I was like, you know what? It's pretty exciting to be asked to do a sponsorship. I don't know, that's like the dream, right? I don't know. But one, I was really busy over the summer and just didn't want to put the effort into it. And 2, I really wanted to be able to say, she was telling me, the woman I was in contact with was telling me to, they want me to be authentic. They want me to be honest. But I was like, I don't know. I feel like a sponsorship kind of skews things. So, I did want to go ahead and talk about them because honestly, I love it. I started using Primelister in November and my Poshmark sales have been so much better. So if you are unfamiliar, Primelister is a cross lister, but I don't use it for that. I just use it for the automation tools for Poshmark. And I think it's great because I set it and forget it. And that's part of the reason I was struggling with like trying to do a sponsored video was I was like, I don't really have anything to say about it. I set up all the sharing. So I share 9,000 items per day. And in fact, I was looking at my Posh stats last night and I'm in the top 10% of sharers. And I don't ever get on Poshmark and share. It's just because this bot shares it for me. I don't know if it's a bot. I don't know the technical terms. Okay, anyway, I set it up to send offers. So it sends off 20% off offers like 5 minutes after someone likes the item. And then I can go in and send specific bulk offers, which I really like. Like today, it's Friday. So I like to send like a 30% off offer on Fridays and hopefully kind of garner some sales for the weekend. People get paid and they're like, I'm going to buy some stuff. You can also set up like follows and sharing other people's closets. I seriously just like went in and did it, and then I haven't messed with it since November. I will say that I don't have anything bad to say about it. And that was part of the reason I like didn't want to do a sponsored video, because my video about Vendu was like pretty negative. I love Vendu and I use it a lot, but I really wanted to like call out all the things that the sponsored videos miss out on, right? But I don't have anything bad to say about Primelister. And I was like, I feel like people are going to think that I'm lying because it's sponsored. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, I did have like a small snafu. So it used to be that when you sent the bulk offers, you actually did that in Poshmark. And there was like it's like I forget the word. I'll get it. It's coming. It was right there. Where it's like a tool within your thing. It's called something. Shoot. I don't know. Anyway, what I really like about it is it's all cloud-based, and so I don't have to keep my laptop open. Every other sharing platform does that, or tool does that. You have to have your computer open and running for it to actually send offers and actually share. That has never worked for me. Yeah. So anyway, I had a snafu where it used to share within the Poshmark app, or not on the app, but on the computer. And when I send the extra bulk offers, let me be clear about that. I'm not being clear about that. It used to be when you went to, like, if I want to send an extra 30% off, I could go into Poshmark and there was a little arrow and I would click on that and do all the stuff on there. Well, now you do it through the Primelister website app tool on your computer that I can't think of the word. Oh, I almost had it. Okay. But I couldn't figure it out. I could not for the life of me figure out what it was. It was all me. User error. Clearly, I can't even think of the words, let alone how to do it. I'm not very technically advanced. But I sent a message and I was like, I'm missing something. Tell me how to do that. Immediate response, exactly step by step how to do it. I did it. It took me like 30 seconds. Done. Loved it. So let's see, what else did I want to tell you? Oh, I did use it for cross-listing in like 2022. I stopped using it for some reason. I don't remember why, but I've stuck with Vendu so far and I probably won't go back just because I don't like change. But I don't know anything about the cross-listing part of Primelister. I do want to tell you, I did look at my Posh stats. Okay, so last July, I made, when I was not using Primelister, I made $16 on Poshmark. This past July, so just this past month, I made $677 on Poshmark. Huge difference. That was my earnings, not gross sales. That was my earnings. So huge. This year I've done over $6,000, almost $7,000 in gross sales on Poshmark alone. It's 30% of my 30 to 40% really, depending on the month of my total sales. And, you know, I wouldn't, there was a time, and it was a couple months ago, my debit card expired and I didn't get it updated in time. And all the sharing stopped because I, didn't pay for it for a couple days. And to go back in and like do that manually, I didn't do it nearly 9,000 times a day. And then it just, was, I don't have time. I don't have time to do that. So it's $25 a month. I made $677 on Poshmark in July. That clearly for me is worth it. Anyway, I just want to say I really like it. I think it's a great sharing tool. I love that I don't have to keep a laptop open. I love that I don't think about it. I really don't think about it. So I'm going to stop talking about it. Oh, no, I want to tell you one more thing. I do have an affiliate link in my description. I've had it there for months. But there is a coupon code associated with that link. So you would get like 14-day trial and then 30% off your first month. So I don't know. I think that's pretty great. Let me know if you use an automation tool for Poshmark. If you sell on Poshmark, what automation tool do you use? Let me know if you use Primelister and you like it or don't like it. Tell me what you hate about it, because that would be good to know too, because certainly there's negatives to it. I just haven't found any yet. Let me know if you love it, you hate it, what automation tool you use. I know Posture VA is a really popular one that I hear a lot. Flip, of course, and yeah, but none of those are like that cloud-based where you don't have to have your computer open all the time. Now it's time to start talking about what's sold. And I had a bundle, like a big bundle, which has never happened to me before. I think twice on Poshmark I've sold like 2 things to the same person. I've sold a few things to the same person on eBay too a few times, but that works differently. Anyway, this is a little sweater set. Very cute little vintage. It's company collection. Fancy. Hey bud, what you need? All right. So this whole set, there's 5 items in it. And this person has a style. And I was ready for their style. It's great. I love it so much. The whole the whole bundle was $147. They sent me a $100 offer, and I thought that was great because a lot of these things I've had for a really long time. There's only one item that is like newer, and most of them were priced around like the $20-25 mark anyway, except the newer item, which I had at $50. But for my bookkeeping sake, I'm just gonna say everything sold for $20. That pink little cream set, I bought at my favorite thrift store for 69 cents. This is a little vintage embroidered cardinal. I love him, so cute. But he, where did he come from? He came from just a local thrift store that benefits our local mission, and I paid $1.50 for this little guy. And he's pretty cool. Actually, I think I might put him on the bottom, just because he has that wooden handle. And then we've got a vintage sweatshirt that has birds on it. They're little winter sparrows. And I paid 67 cents at a Salvation Army rummage sale for this one. And I usually do sell-through rates and average sale price on everything, but that felt really overwhelming today, and so I just decided not to do it. I'm sorry if you really like that part. If you don't really like that part, you're welcome. Another vintage sweatshirt with more birds on it. Again, kind of wintry. This one's kind of cropped. I should have been showing you these labels, but that one's one way. I don't know. I think I liked this one, but not really like I don't think it would have been flattering on me. Let's see. So because this is all on Poshmark, I am gonna send it in. This is a number 7 box, the big priority box. I wrapped everything in tissue paper and add a little thank you sticker. So I'm just gonna put all of these items in this big number 7 box, and then I'm gonna weigh it just because some of these sweaters I think are a little more than the 1 pound mark. And so because I have 5 items, I'm afraid that it's gonna go over the 5 pound limit. I don't know if you are aware, but you can only send, or the labels only cover 5 pounds on Poshmark. So, and then this is the one that was newer and I had priced at $50, and I will tell you why. So this is a vintage cardigan. It's really cool. It's got these like fun stripes. It's like cable knit, or not stripes, it's plaid. It's like a window pane plaid. It's 100% silk. It was not made in the US, which is always a bonus for me, but it's also long. Like this would hit me mid-thigh, but I just thought it was really cool. Very like oversized and very cozy for winter. Actually, I'm not even sure this is all gonna fit in that box. I forgot to tell you. So the last cardinal sweatshirt I bought at that same thrift store that benefits our mission. I did spend $5 on that. There was like one time that I went and got a bunch of like Christmas sweaters and stuff right at the end. I think it was like the beginning of December, and I spent way too much money. But that sweatshirt, or that sweater, that silk sweater, I bought at my favorite thrift store for $1. So all in, they paid $100 plus they paid for the shipping. Then Poshmark has 20% fee, so that's $80. My total cost of goods was $8.86. So my profit is $71.14. That's like 9 times my money. on items that are older, which is fantastic. I was very thrilled with that. I still need to weigh that and print the label, so I will do that a little bit later. But this is the other thing that sold on Poshmark yesterday, and it's so cute. Look at this little, it's got like patch pockets. It has little garden seeds, like seed packets. So cute. Little vintage, it's Kokomo Kids. And I mean, seriously, darling, look at that. So, I love it. My little helper is too big for this. It was not quite her size. A little bit, I found it a couple years too late for her. Anyway, this sold for $14 on Poshmark. And it took, I had it for 2 months. But I've only had it listed on Poshmark for 4 days. So maybe it took 4 days to sell. Maybe it took 2 months to sell. I don't know, however you want to say it. I did find it at the bins, the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound. So I only paid about like $1 for it, probably, if that. And that makes my profit $10.05. Usually I try not to sell anything on Poshmark under $15 just because their fee structure, it's a flat rate of $2.95 once you go under $15. But 14 is kind of where I draw the line. I told you that my profit is $10.05. What's wrong, bud? My little guy was upset because he wants to go to the thrift store with me. I got tears on me, actually. Don't understand. Okay. All right. So, all right. There was something on. These are a pair of pants. So the next two items sold on eBay, which obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but you don't have to share, but you do have to promote. So these are like patchwork joggers, super, I don't know. I don't even know what style they are. They're also cargo. I had them listed for $30. Somebody bought them for $20 plus shipping. I'm okay with that. I bought these at my favorite thrift store. I paid a whole 50 cents for them. I am headed to my favorite thrift store now. As soon as I'm done with this and I get dinner in the crock pot. It's starting to be crock pot season. It's just too busy. So I have to, my girls have a volleyball game tonight. We're hoping to go to the beach this afternoon. It's just too busy to not use the crock pot. Anyway, I don't know what I was going to say. $20 plus shipping, $26.90 was the total they paid. I paid 50 cents about 2 months ago for these pants, and my profit is $16.47, which I think is pretty good. The brand was Rising International. I didn't look up any comps. I already said that, but I don't know if the brand has any bearing on that style of pant. I don't know if that style of pant is popular. I know patchwork things and like the cottage core kind of aesthetic is popular. I'm just not good at the keywords and the aesthetics and things like that. So I try. This is probably some other keywords and aesthetics, and I just don't know what they are. This is a little skirt, and it is the brand Hot Topic, which is a goth brand, I believe. I don't know if all these suns and moons would be considered goth or not. But I thought it was a pretty fun skirt, and I had heard that Hot Topic was pretty good, in, you know, just depending on what it is. And so I bought it. I listed it for $20, so it must not have been super great as far as comps, but I do have a 15% off coupon on my eBay store, and whoever bought it used that and paid for shipping. So the total that they paid was $23.67. I've had this for 4 months. I bought it in a larger city than the one I live in. I'm pretty sure it was a Salvation Army. Like I was with my sister. I don't know why I remember some things very specifically, but I was with my sister, and I think we were at a Salvation Army. I paid $2 for it, and my profit is $13.28. So my total profit for the day was $110.94. And of course, 70 of that was from that bundle. So I'm super pleased with the bundle, with just all my sales. I don't know. I am hopeful that the slowness of July is behind me, and August is gonna continue to be awesome. Awesome August. If you're doing the Awesome August challenge, I'm just gonna start calling it that. Please make sure to check in. I did get everything done yesterday. I actually already almost have all of today's listings done, which is unusual. I usually do them more towards the afternoon, but like I said, today's pretty busy, so I got up early. Too early in my opinion. But yeah, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, for joining, and make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you soon.